While I try to make each day a good day as I grow older, I also occasionally look back and enjoy the memories of my growing up adventures. One of such movements is here. Shina Loremikan is my name, and here is my good old days story. The visa to start living in Nigeria was stamped when my mother gave birth to me in the early 60s at the Lagos Island Maternity Hospital on Broad Street, Lagos, to a senior police officer father who often traveled to different places and towns on account of his work. I later learned that the Lagos Island then and now tagged Lagos Baby Factory was also delivery home to various dignitaries who have come to occupy public offices at the highest level in Nigeria. Governors, ministers, senators, and big corporate players, among others, were born there. In fact, that place by now should have acquired a tourism status over to government. Digression passed, and I started formal school at St. George's Boys Primary School, Falomo, Ikoyi, Lagos. At Ikoyi, we lived 2 or 3 houses to one of the houses of Chief Lewis Ojukwu, the father of Odumegu Emeka Ojukwu, who was a very wealthy businessman. That house has now been converted to Jam Office, Lagos. I grew up as a child to know the Polo Club, the Boat Club, both along Awolowo Road, Ikoyi. Innocent Shina grew up to know the now Tafa Balewa Square and the police officers' mess at Racecourse. As a growing child, I also know the high walls of Ikoyi prisons at Ribadu Road, where tales of persons who committed one offense or the other were often told or mentioned to us. The golden words were, watch your conducts and stay away from trouble. Here is the home for bad boys and men. I need to tell you, we took those admonitions seriously in those days. By my school was an underground road crossing of world standard that promoted safety of peoples and pedestrians alike. I wonder where that underground crossing has disappeared to. I wonder why it is difficult to sustain and maintain our infrastructures, to make them an unending ones. You can still see perceived monuments of hundreds of years in other climes. What went wrong on other digression posts? I represented my school and actively participated in series of school Children's Day and Independence Day parade activities. As a child, I always looked forward to those days like this, when we could not only have fun with other school children from other schools, but also got nice refreshments provided with taxpayers' money. I still cannot remember if my parents directly contributed money for such state events. Is that still the practice today? Another digression posts. Still talking about my good old days. The city hall at Lagos Island, with massive hall and elevator, which we all call lifts, in those days, was an adventure for me any day, anytime. The functioning running water fountain at Tinubu Square, Kingsway, Boatsing, UTC, Cheneram Stores, Ido Railway Terminus at the tip of Lagos mainland, and a host of others on that axis. Moving around Lagos at night was fun in those days. There were functioning street lights with all sorts of road signs and safety aids. When it was time to proceed to secondary school, I got admitted into Saka Tinubu Memorial High School, Orile Agege. A new wave of life challenges and opportunities opened to me. The school was predominantly a Muslim setup. Here, I was introduced to Islamic ways of praying and appreciating God, Allah. Attending school meant boarding buses from Yaba to Agege or catching up with the workers' train because we were now living on Bishop Street, Surulere. At Sakatunumbu, I was very active in the school debating and drama societies. I won a lot of prizes and awards for my school across the states. Mr. Ben Tomoloju, the celebrated writer, artist, and cultural advocate, was my drama teacher. And till date, I still interact and communicate with him. Fourth time rests. As the saying goes, it is now history. My story at University of Ilorin is left for another day. But I tell you, those days were good. Growing up, I witnessed a Nigeria that was buoyant and almost self-sufficient. I witnessed a Nigeria that we once read that our problems was not money, but how to spend it. And when things started to go wrong, the love for our nation brought us out in deviance, nature in us. Till today, we are still troubling on the race to ensure that Nigeria is good again. We will not give up. Yes, we can change the narrative. Collectively, we can begin to imbue on our children those old time-tested values that made us who we are today. We can look beyond what the past has told us. We were and evolve a new consciousness aimed at making right what was and is wrong. A greater future is not only possible but feasible. Our children certainly deserve a better and brighter future, not memories of good old days. I, Shina Loremikan, therefore join Sir Shemore Badejo in this collective drive towards a greater tomorrow. Thank you.